I've been a Pokemon fan since I was a kid. I watched the anime a lot growing up, but never played any of the games. Until my dad got me Pokemon Legends EA for Christmas. How do you do? I'm Flintaroo, and I set myself the goal of getting all the Eveelutions in Pokemon so I could draw them as cute girls. I hate the way I said that. Alright, so I'm going to show you the 3 Eveelutions I'm going to be doing today. First up is Starboy. I love him very much. I made sure to shower him with so much affection. He's my favorite. And then I'm going to be doing... This is Botany. Yes, I use him in battle a lot. And then here's Blanche. Starting with Sylveon, my favorite Eveelution. Probably one of my favorite Pokemon in general, actually. Ignore this first part of the time-lapse. It's warm-up. I hadn't done full body drawings in a while and forgot how to draw legs. Don't look too closely! From the beginning, I decided each of the Eveelutions needed to have a specific profession or hobby relating to their type. I'm not quite sure how this relates to fairy types, but I knew in my heart I wanted Sylveon to be a ballerina. At first I wanted to draw her giving a peace sign or doing heart hands, but neither of those felt right. I finished sketching her outfit and then put her in a ballet pose. You know, I've come to realize I like drawing knees. When I first started drawing Cupins, I always put emphasis on the knees for some reason. Is it weird to say that? I don't know if that's weird or not. Whenever I hear the word ballet, the first thing that comes to mind is Swan Lake. So I looked up dresses from that performance as inspiration for Sylveon's dress. Sketching was pretty easy because I already knew exactly what I wanted her outfit to be. Bows and frills. Lots of frills. There are more bows and frills in the sketch than the final, though. I put a big bow on the front of her dress that ties into a bow in the back, and the ribbons from that are long and hang down so they can be seen from the front. She has tiny bows on her shoes and another big bow in her hair. Generally, ballerinas have their hair pulled back into a bun, so I wanted to incorporate this into Sylveon's design, but I also wanted her to have pigtails, so I gave her this Sailor Moon-esque hair. I don't know the name of this style. Space buns with hair hanging out. I had intended to have ribbon hanging down alongside her ponytails, but it made her face a bit cluttered, so I cut them off. She also has blue earrings to break up some of the pink. If you stare at pink too long, you can go crazy. Yeah. I love asymmetry and ribbons wrapping around the legs, so of course I had to draw them here. These Eveelutions are a lot of self-indulgence and experimentation. I'm doing a lot of things I like but never get to do, or things I've never done, and it's fun. It's a bit hard to tell because she's slender, but Sylveon is actually quite muscular. Do you know how much core and thigh and arm and ankle and everything strength it takes to be a dancer? A lot. She's dainty, graceful, and can easily hoist a 30-year-old man onto her shoulder. Everyone wants to be princess carried by her. I want to be princess carried by her. Sylveon is the most affectionate out of her Eveelution friends and will not hesitate to fight for their honor. In fact, she gets stars in her eyes at the idea of fighting people for her friends. It's concerning. Be careful who you're snide to, guys. It might get you drop-kicked. And here's my prima ballerina, Sylveon. I love her very much. She's my favorite. I had completely forgotten that Leafeon was my favorite Eveelution before Sylveon was introduced. As soon as I got it in the game, a memory unlocked and I went, "That's my Leafeon!" I had been struggling to find a grass-type Pokemon I liked using in battle, and Sylveon solved that problem right away. Same thing with Glaceon. They're the favorite children battle-wise. Some of the Pokemon I just like running around with. I don't actually want to fight with them. In my first sketch of human Leafeon, I showcased her work outfit. I wanted to put her in brown overalls and a sun hat while wiping sweat off her brow. But I didn't like how it was looking, so I scrapped it and switched to drawing her casual outfit. Leafeon is the owner of the local flower shop. You can always expect a bright smile from her as soon as you walk in the door. She somehow always has the perfect plant you didn't even know you were looking for. The one thing I knew I wanted for Leafeon's design was a messy braid. I started drawing braids a certain way because of my wild-haired OC Flora, and I can't stop. So Leafeon gets the mini Flora braid. She has green streaks in her hair so the bits sticking out look like leaves. Also, I've never put a scarf in someone's hair before. I hope it doesn't look off. Her face seemed a bit bare, so I tried giving her eyeshadow or freckles, but neither of them felt right, so I ended up with birthmarks. While struggling to draw her arm, I gave her a watch that ended up creating some lore. Leafeon tends to lose track of time while gardening, so her girlfriend Vaporeon bought her a watch. This is what Leafeon told me. I have no say in the matter. I was confident in Leafeon's outfit during the line art stage, but when I got to coloring, I realized I went overboard with the flowers, I think. She looks like an Ivysaur. I feel like if you covered her head and tucked in her braid, then went, "Who's that Pokemon?" people would say, "Ivysaur!" Whoops, my bad. But also, you know, it was late at night when I did this, and I didn't really feel like changing it, so I'm kinda iffy about the blouse, but I really like the pants. I don't normally do patterns, so I'm proud of myself. I did a floral pattern for once. Here's my floral Leafeon. And lastly, we have Evee, our main little guy. I took inspiration from June/Actually Ray for this concept a bit. Evee is a high schooler that doesn't know what they want to do. They aren't really sure of anything. Their future occupation, their talent, their gender. There's too many options and Evee gets so overwhelmed that they can't make a decision. Honestly, they feel a bit bad about it. Their goal is to experience everything they can in order to learn more about themselves and what they're truly capable of. For the pose, I wanted to capture their slightly sleepish nature due to their indecisiveness. I knew from the get-go that their design was going to be simple. Evee is a normal type after all, with like 2 colors. But when I finished coloring, they looked too plain. They were missing something. I had to rack my brain a bit to figure out what to add. I decided to give them a chain with evolution stones on it. I think it did the trick. Adds just enough that the design is still simple but not like too plain, you know? They've got on a romper with those shorts that kind of look like a skirt but aren't, and a pouch on their hip that holds a journal where they write down all their experiences. Every fun thing they did or interesting place they explored, all of it. They keep track of everything. Drawing Evee's hair was fun. In the sketch I gave them a long wolf cut, but I trimmed it because it doesn't feel right. And they have on a headband that reminds me of Evee's ears. Does it make you think of Evee's ears? I hope it does, because then I sound not smart. These Eveelutions were actually the first time I've done quote-unquote complete drawings in a while. I'd been working on design rests and reels, so I didn't feel the need to do shading and lying and all that stuff. So, I'm glad I decided to render these. I had a lot of fun. I think I had the most fun rendering Evee. They look cute. The lighting kind of makes it look like they're in a sunset. I didn't really intend that, but it's welcome. It's a welcome look. Here's all 3 of them side by side. I'm really happy with these. Feel free to go down into the comments and give them names. I'd love to see what you come up with. I've already started the sketches for the next 3 Eveelutions, so come back in like 2 weeks for that. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!